Women just are, but men must become. Women, they don't just want to surrender, they want to be selected. This is a way that a lot of women, they do kind of shoot themselves in the foot in the relationships, because it's like they don't give their man the opportunity to shine. Men want to be a man they admire, and women want to be with a man they admire.
This is a clip from Aahana, Journey to Femininity is the title of this little, I'm assuming it's kind of a series. Now, this clip was sent to us from our buddy on Discord, the image number 7. What's up, man? He sent us this clip, and she's talking, it seems like she talks a lot about similar topics that we do from a feminine perspective. So this video is called The Art of Surrender. Let's go ahead and check it out.
So this is just a clip from a larger video, but let's see here.
When a woman sees
these are if you want to watch the full thing, it's a good video. This is like a supercut edition.
Okay.
When a woman sees the man that she's with as incompetent, she can't feel attracted to him. She's going to think lesser of him. She's going to see him as lower. And in order to avoid that from happening, she needs to have the ability to let the man lead. I have definitely had issues with control in the past, where I have been very controlling, and I have felt like my way is the right way, and I wanted to be forceful with my opinion and my way of doing things instead of surrendering a bit more. I think of femininity as having the ability to surrendering to things. Even the word surrender, it immediately makes my body feel lighter. It makes me feel more relaxed, more in my femininity.
So that's really interesting. She's talking about this idea of surrender being an essential part of femininity. And I think she's right. I think that this is absolutely true, but I think we can take this understanding deeper, because there's a part of it that I think she might be missing, or she just didn't say in that clip. And so women, they don't just want to surrender, they want to be selected, okay? They want to have a very high value man who's just, on his shit, who's just, a top performer, just like a guy that's just like, oh, he's wonderful. And she wants to have that guy pick her. And she wants to be able to just surrender to him and let him lead. And this is kind of essential for female attraction. A woman has to feel like she's being selected by a high value man to really feel, juiced up inside for that guy. Okay. And what she was talking about in the beginning, this idea of like being too controlling, this is a way that a lot of women, they do kind of shoot themselves in the foot in the relationships, because it's like they don't give their man the opportunity to shine, to prove to her that he is the kind of guy who can lead, who is the high performer that she would be overjoyed to be selected by. But it's not just women's fault. A lot of it has to do with men not knowing how to lead, not knowing how to stand up. The argument would be like the counter argument to this is that, well, she shouldn't have to surrender. It should be kind of like a no-brainer, like a thing where it's like she shouldn't have to fight herself to do it. It should be a thing where the man is, so dominant and in control that she kind of has no choice. And I don't know if it needs to be that extreme. There's definitely some guys out there who believe that sort of thing, where it's like if you don't submit to me, then just get the hell away. It's like you're a waste of my time and sort of thing. And for some guys that might work, for some women that might work, but in general, it's more just understanding the dance that women, they want to surrender, but only to a high quality man. And so as a man, it's like, well, let's flip it. Does this mean that a man has to lead in order to be happy? Well, if a man wants a woman really devoted to him, well, then he's going to have to generate that dynamic. He's going to have to become that leading man who she wants to submit to. Otherwise, he's going to be spending his time fighting against the woman, or he's going to be spending his time engaging in transactional relationship, like a transactional relationship where it's like, oh, well, I did the dishes and I made the paycheck, and so you're going to have sex with me, right? I trade this for that? That's how it works? It's like, no. Not exactly. You need to be out. You need to be on your mission, living as the man that you want to be, right? Like ultimately, men want to be a man they admire, and women want to be with a man they admire. And so it's like you have to be that striving sort of thing. It's like who I think it's Rollo Tomasi who always says it's like women just are, but men must become, and it's kind of true. Just because the way the sexual dynamic works, the way attraction works, the way that just all of our hormones bounce off of each other. It's like as a man, you have to be striving for this ideal, and you have to be walking in it in your own mind to feel the best about yourself. Okay, and that resonance in yourself is what's going to allow you to be the kind of guy that women they can look up to, that they're attracted by, that they want to submit to. And so I think she makes a great point here, and it's an interesting conversation because it's like you see some relationships where the woman's kind of she wears the pants and the husband hangs back, and you see relationships like that where it works, but I wonder if they have a good sex life. My guess is that they probably don't, because that woman, unless she feels like she's really surrendering to a high value man, she's not going to be excited. And that guy, if he's just kind of like, guys can be, as long as the guy's getting sex, he might be happy, but I don't know if he's going to be happy with himself outside of the bedroom then. So, it's just one of those things where it's like you got to really kind of figure out what kind of man you want to be and just start going after it, because otherwise none of this stuff is going to play out well for you.